I say,
When they call you in the now.
when a man come in there,
Yeah.
he asked me, say, how many of you are working to the area? I say, we are three.
You told the message you're 3.
Yeah. So he said, I want to give you tea to carry to
The message you want to give you what?
tea. Have milk tea. Have milk tea.
Oh, milk tea.
Yeah.
For you to drink.
With bread.
The bread.
3 pieces of full bread.
With egg inside.
You add into my butter. So when I carry it to the main, say carry to the main. When you give it to the main, then you will come back to the car.
So the food make you now, you carry that so you can go convince your friend now.
Yeah. When I give it to the main, the main say thank you. I say okay. The main say, oh, where you going now? I say, oh, I'm going right car. So one of my friend called me.
Yeah, the same way you going to now.
Yeah, the same way.
And the say one for you to go steal.
No, yeah. So when I go to the man, he say clean the car. Then there are 2 now.
In the Jeep.
In the Jeep. Then there are 2.
A big Jeep.
Yeah. That big Jeep. Photo Jeep. So when I clean the car now,
Air condition all inside.
no. Papa, you can't wait for me to spin now. I'll leave the whole town now. You can judge people.
I'm just asking you a question, sorry.
You can judge people that can come here.
No, I'm a journalist. I'm begging, sorry.
The way you talk in the question, do I say when I move from here I'll free? Do I say when I move from here I'll free? You said one talk again. I wanted to mean it. Who talk clear to you, but you talk in the question. Hi, not looking. Hi, you looking. Hi, looking. Then you want force and no more word there again. Why not be looking to the top? I'm not going to talk again. And said they call me to the office at West.
I think you explain to me that you come to get you say you carry tea to the man. After you carry tea to the man, you come now. So what next now?
And for me, I will not fair.
Nobody, you getting very. You say asking you too much question. Hey, there's things say make your egg and bread. You bring it. Okay, sorry. Now I say sorry now. Okay, sorry.
If you
Okay, I will not ask you the question again. Okay, sorry.
when I give you answer now, then you.
Okay. Explain again. I'm not asking you no more question again. Okay, let's go ahead now.
Go to school. The English say I'm learning the English.
Okay, sorry. That was sorry now. Sorry.
Say, Adi, you take time. You take time.
I'm taking time. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Say, I can take time
To explain. Yeah. Okay.
You get very hard to go to the main store.
Oh, so the man wanted for you to go steal from the web post.
Yeah. He said, I'm joining to go steal to the web main store to get money to the store. They will go take it from there. I said, my man, how many bars for the same lecture?
Then how can the people catch you now?
The police before the man call me back. Now on the 18th, they more.
The same man now.
Yeah, the same man.
The same man who want for you to go steal.
Yeah, he called me on the 18th.
Yeah.
Now in the around 8:30, the man called me. He said, "Oh, my man, I let you be I'll call you back again."
So that time you go to work?
I go to work.
It's different working place.
Yeah, I come to my working area to carry now.
And we must stand up and speak the truth. Because for you to use the fact that prior to printing, it means you already telling me print. But before you print, come back to me. There is nothing in our paragraph that indicated that money should be printed.
The essence of this exercise, the essence of this exercise is to know the facts. Everybody will have the opportunity to ask questions if you so desire.
Good afternoon, good afternoon. Good afternoon and a pleasant welcome to Freedom Hub on 87.9. This is the official voice of Freedom Communications Incorporated. My name is Kai. I'm here today up to 6 o'clock, making the time exactly for 8 minutes after 4 in the nation's capital. Too many things to talk about, a lot of issues to look into as we continue to draw closer through the national elections in October of this year. There are too many things happening, with the surfacing of too many betrayals from one political institution to the other. The Coalition for Democratic Change over the period has suffered a lot more of defects, where we have seen people leave the CDC to pledge their support to different political institutions. I repeat, we have seen the crossover of several individuals from the CDC, or better still, from the camp of Mr. President, to a lot of different political connections, ranging from the former Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Milton Bazafili, who was able to endorse Mr. Cummings in Grand Basin. We, at the same time, witness the crossing over of the Senator of Maryland County, the Senator James Poppy Bunny, from the NPP over to the Unity Party. We've also seen from the Governing Council a member of the arrangement that brought Mr. President to power. We saw Councillor Cooper Brown, the former Minister for Posts and Telecommunications, attending the running mate selection of Jeremiah Cohn, and subsequently pledging his support to support the JMB ticket. All of these issues, all of these discoveries are not the ones that make the news. The most interesting one is the fact that we have started to uncover a lot lot of people who are still in the system, people who still have proximity to the president, and at the same time, they're getting deeply involved with undercover activities. Did you know? Do you know? Are you aware that a little of the pickups belonging to the Unity Party at the moment were pickups procured by a senior member of this government? Do you know that? Did you know about it? Are you aware? We're going to have that conversation right here on the People Station. There are too many betrayals. A lot of people we didn't think will betray the president are beginning to show themselves. But what is it? Is God Almighty trying to show the president and those who are actually his problems? Are they beginning to show themselves? Those are the $1 million inquiry that we are going to be having as we continue to have this conversation. Too many things. Ingratitude at the highest level. Ungrateful behavior at the zenith. This is the Liberian politics for you. This is the political space for you. In addition to this conversation, we're going to be looking into the entire justice system of our country. What is happening with the Liberian National Police? What's happening to the entire joint security of our country? We have an idea as to the budgetary allotment given to the Ministry of Justice. We are aware of the appropriations made during the preparation of the budget as to how much was appropriated to the Ministry of Justice for operational purposes. Why do we have men and women of the Liberian Immigration Service? Why do we have men and women of the Liberian National Police? Why do we have men and women of the Liberian National Fire Service? Why do we have men and women of the Liberian Drug Enforcement Agency in so much deplorable conditions? And those are the $1 million questions we'll be asking today, right here on the conversation. During the course of the second segment, we will have a team of young people, young women who are into this issue of pageant trade in the country under the sponsorship and of course we'll give you the rest of the details about that. But we'll have some of the contestants from the Miss F pageantry join us during the course of the presentation right here on 87.9. We take a few parts of our theme song. When we are done with all of the adjustment, we're going to be running up to the issues, beginning with uncovering some of the betrayals. Betrayer number one has been identified. He provided a good number of vehicles to the Unity Party when he is at the same time wanting to have people who support the president to support him in his re-election bid in his county. All of those conversations will fall under the first segment. Let's take a few parts of our theme song then. When we come back, we have words from our sponsor, Crime Stoppers Liberia, and subsequently we're going to be running into the issues.
I said, let's stop it for all of our crimes. Stop up, people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it for all.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self-Omen Messiah.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it for all. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it crime for all.
Okay, so welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. Alexa, good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon, Oliver, and I would like to say good day to all of you out there. I would like to welcome you to the last edition of this week of Freedom Hub. We have a lot to talk about. I'm still trying to put myself together right now based on the time I came in. But we have a lot to talk about, and I also like to use this moment to wish all of you a happy new month. And also, I don't know if Oliver actually dedicated today's show to his wife, because today is her birthday. So we'd like to wish her happy birthday, Madam Kai. We'd like to wish you happy birthday. We'd like to wish you all the best. And we actually pray God gives you long life and prosperity. So we pray for good fortunes ahead of everything or above everything. We wish you all of the best. And of course, today's show is definitely dedicated to you. I don't know if he did it. If he did not do that, I guess he owes you an apology when he gets home. But happy birthday. We have a lot to talk about today. So however way you join, I also want to say welcome and happy new month as well.
Okay, so basically we're at this level, and it is a wonderful thing, and very, very wonderful thing that we're back on this radio. Like Alexa rightly said, today is the birthday of my woman. Her birthday is today, and so we want to say happy birthday to her. It is our anticipation that God will give her all of what is required, and especially, being there and taking care of the rest of the other issues as we do the people's job. But basically, we're here today not in a good mood, and I'm in no way going to sugarcoat anything in this country. What I hate to the letter in this country is to find people who are associated with the highest level of ingratitude in Liberia. And this is what has happened to the WIA's administration. Who amongst you, those of you listening to the radio at the moment, who amongst you will believe that the United Party was to receive a little around 7 pickups from a senior member of the government? If we said that you 2-3 days or weeks ago, will you have believed that? If it is a shock to you, then start to believe it now, because that is what has happened. That is what has happened. Now, this is people normally blame the reckless ingratitude or the reckless show of ingratitude on the part of individuals in the country. They normally blame it to the dynamism in politics. They say, oh, politics can change. Politics is not static. No. When people start to wear ingratitude as their behavior and wanting to high honor the dynamic of politics, then it is important for people like us who mean well for the country to identify such a cruel and terrible character, terrible behavior, and expose it to the people of our country. Today is Thursday. By Monday, We will provide a full-scale information. We'll provide the point of delivery. I mean, everything associated with the issue of delivering those materials. Now, why are we making this a subject of discussion? To have a senior member of this government go undercover to provide pickups to the biggest opposition political institution to the same administration, it's not only an act of ingratitude, but the highest level of dishonesty. Now, if that person is a leader or somebody who want to be, somebody who got other ambition, right, of wanting to serve the country, then it shows that that individual with so much, attribute of being dishonest should not be encouraged around the public space. If you can wine and dine with the regime for 5 good years and not a single day did we hear you say anything on the contrary as to what is happening in the country, and only to see you doing underground business, this is the current case we are having in the country. A certain senator from the southeastern region, specifically from Grand Creek County, and I'm saying this on the radio so that you know, it's been linked to the pickups, the initial pickups that is been, paraded, the pickups that are in circulation by the Unity Party. A certain senator who is supposed to be a senior member of this administration is being linked. Okay. For the sake of this conversation and the platform, we say it's been allegedly linked to providing the pickups. And he did that through a former personal assistant to him. It is that former personal assistant that delivered the pickup to the folks in the Unity Party. That is what has been alleged, with sufficient information relative to authenticating this information, on grounds that he is trying to navigate his way through, so that no matter the result of the elections in October, he will still be in a better position to retain his position at the level of the Liberian Senate, where he's currently the #1 administrator next to the vice president. As though being in the CDC and winning the presidential elections in October will not be sufficient to give him that authority. Now, this same senator is on record when Paulita Sisiwe was beaten in this country by the wrong. He's on record while Paulita was around finding money to pay some of the people she credited, while she was finding money to pay some of the people she owed T-shirt money, some of the people she owed gasoline for campaign. This same senator of the CDC and the president's team was on record of expressing his dissatisfaction in Senator DeLong, whom, according to him, he has given up to $20,000 to help settle pool washers. Now, we have nothing personal against these people. But when a statesman, somebody who is supposed to be a public figure, start to show some signs of ingratitude to a system, especially a system that provides all of the opportunities and the immunities, all of the different surroundings to him to flourish and do other stuff, and you want to go back on that system, as in the case of what has been alleged to be happening, then it is worrisome. Sadly, when he was asked, "My man, are you doing anything to us? You giving other people, the people who are running against us, are you giving them pickup?" The man, in his response, according to our sis, in his response, he said, "Oh, the Indian man giving the pickup to Unity Party, not me." In fact, the first question was, we are told you gave 25 pickups to the Unity Party. That's true. He said, no, not 25, that's 7. Hello? Our sources told us clearly when he was engaged by somebody from the, from within the system. The said, oh, my man, so all together, we say to the Senate that to be in leadership, to be operating together, then you're giving the party pickup. You go get a minute 25 pickups. you would have been nothing. In fact, some of the people you were sneaking to go and support, they will not give you the opportunity you are currently having under George Weah. They will not. Most of you who are double dipping, most of you who are sneaking under the cover, giving people money from the system and trying to buy your way through the different political institutions, a lot of you wouldn't have occupied the jobs you're currently serving in had it not been for the magnanimity of President Weah. And you sit there in your sense of ingratitude instead of, I mean, if you cannot be a part of the president re-election story, you should not be one who will fight it, because God himself in heaven, I mean, will certainly not approve that. Beyond politics, that is an act of ingratitude that should never be practiced by anybody. Why would you sit in such a position of proximity to the Liberian leader? And you allegedly get yourself involved in the procurement of vehicles and giving it to the number one opponent against the man who made you, pro tem, the man who made you minister. Oh yes, by next week we'll name the ministers who are doing business with Cummings. We'll name them. By next week, the ministers who refuse to add the Cooper Cry, at least for Cooper Cry, he showed himself. He made it clear that I am against you, Weah. For Cooper Cry, he made it clear to President Weah that I do not support you. Although you made me minister for 5 years, I've been in your system, I've been operating with you, I've been having the chance to feed my family, to do other stuff, but I do not support you. For Cooper Cry, he was clear. There are folks who are still holding on to the job. They still attend secret, they go to confidential meetings with the president when they are aware that they are doing double dealings. They're into double dealings with people who are against the president. That is so much, it is so disgusting. That is the highest level of ingratitude and an act of witchcraft on display. Oh, they go send some of the hour then to color the LEC and the thing will go off. God forbid, Holy Ghost fire. I challenge the Unity Party people to tell me all the cars they put on Facebook if a CDC top official didn't purchase it. If a CDC top official didn't purchase bulk of them, including motorbikes. Now, how do you feel? How do you feel? Both of you would never have been to the positions you're currently occupying had it not been for how generous the president is. Some of you, your political constituents, the places you think you own, the places you think you have your stronghold, they're just minute to the election of the president. Now imagine somebody whose county is about maybe 40,000 or 38,000 human beings. And bulk of those people in the county are not even people who believe in you that way. You do not even have 100% absolute control over the people. Such an individual is showing a George Weah ingratitude at this level. But look at 2020. 2019, so to speak. We were all shocked in this country. We were very, very shocked in this country to have realized that the money Delon was using to settle pool washers came from the pro tempore of the Liberian Senate. Today, it is being alleged that the pro tem. Today, it is being alleged. Today, fellow Liberians, it has been alleged that he has committed and was able to deliver a little around 7 pickups to the Unity Party for their operation while serving as a pro tem. When he was quizzed, according to our sources, about the authenticity of this information, he said, in fact, the person who was questioning made mistake. The president said, that you gave Unity Party put 25 pickers. He said, no, it's not 25. That's 7 pickers. In fact, those 7 pickers were given by the Indians. Are you kidding? How did you know? My source said he was kind of surprised. My source was kind of surprised. But how did you know? How did you know? Say that 7 pickups. If I had, did you even know that Indian people said it? When you are a sedition, how do you know what's happening in the United Party at that level? Okay, granted that you got to know through other means. We are in the same team. Why didn't you come to us and say, hey, we are in government, but the Indians who are in this country are doing business with the opposition instead of doing business with us? By the way, foreigners should not even get involved with our politics. Why, as a statesman at that level, why couldn't you take it upon yourself to arrest the situation and use it as an intel for us? It has been alleged that he committed those pickups, a good number of them, to the United Party. For what? And we thought to do investigation. Our investigation led us to believe that it is because somebody want to get the pro tem position secure. Similarly, in the case of DeLon, everybody knew DeLon was so fiery. DeLon was, this light coming in, not too strong, on a scale of pretense. And because somebody would not want DeLon to make their leadership ungovernable at the Senate, and so the president thought to outrightly corner DeLon, and the way to do it is to abandon Polita Wea, who had credit issues. Put Polita Wea on the line election. If she will ever pick up, I know she will not pick up because she will not want this thing to be. I mean, she will not even want to get involved. Not because she doesn't want to do it, but she's so hurt. She's feeling terribly sad. She's feeling disappointed that at the time she was in need of money. Do you know what it means when you go into elections? Even when you are on the ticket of the ruling party, there are times you spend your own money. Because when you're driving from your house to the supermarket, by the time you come outside to get in your car, all of the supporters who see you around your car, it's not party money you can be spending, that your own personal money. Polita went through a lot of personal expenses. A lot. Oh, yes. This pro tem was unable to call Polita to say, hey, Sisi, I know they don't flock you. This is so tough, but please come. How much you spend? Oh, okay. I know you spend money. Okay. Yeah, let 20K, whole 20K go settle some of your problem. Polita was running around here. In fact, when Polita lost the election, she was not reappointed immediately to go to her job. So she went through a lot. Financially, she went through a lot. In the midst of all of what she was going through, you had a pro tem of the Liberian Senate who got to that position because of the ruling party's influence and connection with the Liberian legislature, thought to take $20,000 of the money and give it to DeLon so that DeLon would not be able to undermine leadership. What did we see 4 months after DeLon started to cause? This pro tem is useless. Is this, is that? DeLon? What DeLon caused? Yeah, what DeLon caused? It was after DeLon had insulted him that made him to come out. To say that DeLon, why are you cussing me? You're ungrateful. DeLon is ungrateful. I get him $20,000 to pay pool washer. Oh, were you supposed to pay the pool washers of an opposition political party candidate? Were you supposed to do that? You try that in Nigeria? Hey, that's a whole new ball game. I don't want to mention. You do that thing in Guinea, it's a whole different story. In 2023, it has been alleged. The informations are available. Very clear. Now, we are saying it because we know the rest of you into these activities. We know. When we made that ultimate choice in 2019 to support the administration of Mr. President, we did that consciously. We were not subconscious when we made the decision. We knew the implications, we knew the consequences associated with our decision to pledge our support to the administration of Mr. President. We knew what it would cost professionally for us. Oh yes, we knew the 1 or 2 ethical missteps it will bring to us. Hello? We knew everything associated with this decision that we took. But we went for it because we knew that those who were tormenting Mr. President, those who were pressuring Mr. President, are people who do not have the intent of leading this country, are people who do not have good intentions for this country. So we thought it wise not to sit supinely as a group of people and watch the country perish at the mercy of those desperados. And we made the decision, that decision we took, that ultimate choice that we made. We will not sit in this country and allow somebody who is a good beneficiary of that decision, to waste it under the carpet, to think you will do that and you go unchecked. No, you got to rethink. You may be wealthy, you may be powerful, you may have all of the ability to do anything you want to do, but under this arrangement with less than 5 months to election, when an individual is caught double dipping at the detriment of the people, revolution, the people, future. No. Do you know how many Liberians were suppressed in this country from getting jobs in 12 years? There were folks who were overly qualified to work in this country because of their affiliation with George Weah. They were denied jobs. There were people who were qualified to go to America, go to China, go to other places for further studies. Because they were associated with George Weah for 12 years in this country, they were denied of those opportunities. Now, to sit and do business that will undermine a regime that they fought so hard to bring to power, and you think you will do that, and go on check for us in this country, we will not have said that. No, we'll not do it. Let it not be true, Mr. Pro Tem. But we are finding it difficult to believe that it is not true, because there is a record to show you doing it in the case of DeLong. You came up and you confess about it. I was so us when you were quizzed yesterday. Oh yeah, let me not be indirect with the English. When you were quizzed last night about the issue of the pickups, you told somebody, and I was so told us, that when the person made mistake in questioning you, said that you go to get 25 pickups, he said no, not 25, that's 7. But the 7 said that Indian people give it, not me. You were so exact about all of the different narratives. Let it not be true. Because if that will be true, it will be so disgraceful. It will be the highest level of ingratitude shown to a man who did nothing bad than to afford you an opportunity to preside over the affairs of a serious branch of the Liberian government. To be the co-presiding officer to the Senate is not a small potato in this country. Oh yes. And just so you know, Mr. Pro Tem, it has been alleged, and we have all of the intel that you've managed to use your influence to get the folks at the Ministry of Lands, Mines, and Energy, the minister proper, some of your deputies, to also join you in secretly supporting the Unity Party. We know that the Minister of Lands, Mines, and Energy, with 2 of his principal deputies, you've influenced them to join you to secretly. No, you don't do it like the corporate crowd. Y'all remaining there, and you'll do it undercover to secretly send the picker there, send the money there, and you will instruct some of the guys who are into the mining sector to be giving some of the gold money, the diamond money, to the UP campaign. We have those information available to us. But next week, a team of journalists, a little over 8, before Sunday, there will be a lot. Over 20 of the journalists will have those information available to them. Now, what we're trying to discourage in this country is dishonesty. Because if you cannot fight dishonesty on the part of an individual betraying his political party, that person may soon become a national leader who may betray the image of the entire country and the interest of the country. That is what we're trying to fight against, nothing else. It's not about one party or the other, no. But to be close to the president, to be close to the system, and get allegedly involved with those attitudes are things that we do not see appropriate. We don't find them funny. And we think it is so important that we stress these things. It's sad. It is sad that people who the president assisted. You know how many people in the country became ministers? Some of the very people who are ministers and they are doing business with people in the opposition, do you know that you would never become minister had these people you are supporting been the ones who have won in 2017, because they do not even see you to be people who are supposed to be ministers? What is the crime of the president? Or to bring you and say, my man can't work. You went to school, come and serve your country. That the crime he committed? Is that why some of you were so lackadaisical in your role in the government? Is that why some of you were deliberately, underperforming? Is that why some of you refuse to do what you're supposed to do, what you're supposed to have done in 5 years to accelerate the developmental drive of this country? Is that why some of you had to deliberately leave the affairs of developing the country to the hands of the president squarely? Because Alexa, when we look at this thing, bulk of the projects in this country, bulk of the landmark achievement, bulk of the things that we can assign, to this government are issues that originated from the president himself. He will sit and say, this should be done. Let us make you tuition free. Hey, let this road be done. Let this one, and that's the only time you find him going. When he is not concerned about it, you don't find anybody taking the charge. We see that thing play out here. A particular segment of the Liberian society will be linking up. Nobody will be concerned except the president says so. Is that why some of you deliberately choose to underperform so that a day will come and you go find different political safe haven? What are you running for? What are you thinking? The Liberian people who are the direct beneficiaries of the unprecedented job the president has done are going to reward the president according to what they've experienced. So what are you going to do now if the president is re-elected? Then you will disgracefully and shamefully go back to Jamaica Resort or go back to the president home or whatever the place and go be begging and be putting on crocodile and fake smiles. No, we've not reached that level as a country and people. But what I can say to this issue at this moment, as I submit on it, what we're going to do as we do our submission is to inform you. You, that minister, we know you. There are over 5 of you, the senior ministers, we know you very well. By next week, your identities will be out on this radio. Your identities will be out. Oh, yes, against too many different, consultations. Oh, don't call them, man. No, we'll call their names. The reason we want to do it because we want to go through the process and know who did what. Because we don't want to go through the process. At the end of the day, the president is re-elected or something else happens, then somebody want to come under the canopy of lies. We don't want to do it. That's why we want to be clear. We want to be clear with the issue. So that when we uncover you and we say this is about you, when the elections are held and done, when the results are out, let the entire Liberian people know the side you are on. Because for some of you, you do not even trust the work you've done at your ministry. And so because you do not trust what you've done, because you do not trust the level of job you've done in the different places the president assigned you or the different sectors that you inherited. And so you think your poor performance will trickle down on the result from the Liberian people with reference to the president. That's what you think. In some instances, yes, you may be a contributing factor to the reason why some people may have issues with the president. And so we will need to tell the Liberian people that it is people like you that deliberately choose to slow down the pace at which the country would have developed had it not been for your deliberate action to purposely retrogress this country. I ain't going to say more on it. No, I am not. I am not going to say more on this topic. But what I would say as I submit on this, maybe Alexa will come in quickly. We'll go and take calls on it because we have our guests who will be coming in by 5:25. What I would say is that we have all of the information available unto us. Those pickups were procured, allegedly given to the former special assistant to the pro temp for onward delivery to the Unity Party. That's the info that we got. And so as we submit on it, well, let's have a comment because we got our guests. 5:25, our guests should be in studio. So we'll take a couple of calls right after Alexa, then we'll go to the issue. But trust me, this conversation will linger till the entire next week is exhausted. That's what we're going to do.
Well, you already listened to Oliver, and he said a lot about exactly what is happening. And yesterday, I remember saying we're just a few doors away from 2023 general elections. And we're going to have a lot of these different things to actually unfold themselves. And we're going to have a lot of people who are insiders to actually review the deeds they've been up to because this is something that has just been revealed, of course. And just imagine how long it has actually been going on. You never tell if this has been going on for a couple of months. You don't know if it has been going on for maybe a year or two. You don't know exactly how long it has been happening. However, I mean, it is really disappointing whenever you have people who are supposed to show gratitude, whenever you have people who are supposed to actually show support to some of the characters who have been there for them, some of the characters who have actually supported them throughout their political journey. Whenever you have those people to show ingratitude, now it presents an image of doubt. And there's several different questions you have people to ask, a lot of different questions. One would want to know exactly how did we get here? One would want to know exactly how did the president allow such to happen? Because all of these different things, they go right back to the president. And you will listen to someone say, the president should be careful about his surrounding. The president should know exactly who are the people to be trusted. The president should know his confidants. These are the different concerns you will listen to. And over and over and over again, we have had these different discussions. You know why? It may not be a moment where, we called some of the different names. No. It may not have been a moment where you listen to how Oliver sounded so angry, so disappointed. We may not have sounded that way in moments where we discussed that there are insiders in this government. There are insiders, people who are supposed to actually promote this government, people who are supposed to support this government based on the support they have gotten from people within this government, specifically the president and members of the CDC. I'm talking about executives. I'm talking about people who have influence. They've used their influence over the period. They've used there are different resources, whether it was moral support, financial support. They have been there for you. And now this is how you have chosen to actually pay them back. When I actually heard that the same person we're talking about had given Senator Dillon $20,000 to pay off people during the election we had, I was disappointed. You know why? Because we had a candidate from the CDC that actually needed that help. We had an individual from the CDC that actually struggled after losing the election. And the moment she needed the same many around here to, be there for her, she needed cash. I mean, we're talking about real money. She needed money to pay off people too. They did not actually look in her way. No. They had to look the other way. They had to redirect their support. Why? Is it because you don't trust that the president will be reelected? Is it because you're actually scared that you're not going to be retained at a point? If that is the case, then it means you're a coward. If that is the case, it means you're an ingrate. If that is the case, it means you should definitely be proud enough that you no longer believe in the president, or you no longer believe in this government. Follow suit with the other guys. We did not appreciate the fact that they're working in this government, or they were working in this government, yet they had their support directed to a different political party. At the end of the day, of course, they came out and everyone saw that. Everyone was disappointed, but at least it was clear that this person doesn't support the president. This person doesn't support the CDC. It would be really okay if you would do the same. But do not be in a position where you think, or you're trying to tell people, I'm a supporter of the president, I'm a supporter of the CDC, and you know exactly you're doing contrary to exactly what you're presenting. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. So if we start to recount the different moments where we've had all of you to disappoint us, to disappoint your supporters, you will sit back and realize that, of course, you're a coward. Do you know that the Southeast, a president who has 100% influence over a lot of people in the Southeast, that person is the president. And some of the support you got, it was based on the president's influence. It was based on the fact that the people in Southeast believe in the president and the fact that you have shown that, of course, you support the president. So they would definitely direct the support towards you. So you're not actually in the position because I am this, I am that. No. The president played a major role in that. And today, you're telling people, no, not even 7 or not 25, like 7, or not me give it at this, give it. You know all of the different details. You know, people who, gave out the pickle. So what did happen to CDC that Indian people can give pickle to CDC when you go into campaign? What did happen to CDC? It doesn't make any sense. And I think moving forward, these are the different people that will have to place them in a position where everyone will know exactly who they are. Right now, we're discussing this bit by bit. We're discussing this in pieces. And someone would sit back and be like, you guys are just saying this. But as time goes forward, you're going to know a lot of these people. You're going to have a lot of the names called. You're going to have a lot of them out here. And they're going to be called out. We've done some of these things before. We've called out people who we actually know do not support this government. We've called out a couple of people who we think are undermining this government. We've done that severally, not on one occasion. No, we've done that several presentations of the different platforms we have on this radio. We've done that. So it is not strange. So that's why I think when we said that what the mayor said the other day was belated, this is exactly what we're talking about. Exactly what we're talking about. Because there are moments where people have pointed out, oh, your CDC sister suffering, but the other person giving them on 20K. And guess what? You know why the public was informed about that? It was because Delon actually disrespected him. So it became an involuntary confession. So it was said because he was provoked. It's more like I've done something for Oliver undercover, and Oliver knows at a point that I'm not supposed to say out loud because I will have people questioning me or questioning my loyalty and my support. Oliver provoked me, and I had no choice but to voice out what I have done for Oliver in the dark. And that was how people got to know about what he did for Delon, because he was provoked. And according to him, Delon is an ingrate because he felt disrespected. So that's the same thing. But this one, before you can be provoked or before you can actually find a moment to involuntarily confess, we already have all of the different information we need. We have all the pieces of information that is needed at about this point. We have the different details. But I mean, you still have grace period to be pretentious. You still have a couple of moments to keep saying this was given by these people. You still have that. And you still have the confidence to play two games. So you're two-faced if that's the case. That's all I want to say. Because you present yourself that you're a loyalist. You present yourself as though you're a person who supports the president's re-election, and then you're having doubt. If there are people who would definitely not trust that the president will be re-elected, I'm not sure that I would have actually thought, Oliver, that person would have been one of the individuals. No. I wouldn't have actually had the slightest thought. No. I wouldn't have had that. But I guess people actually had under the umbrella of this is politics. So at a point, people change. At a point, you have, different interests, and you have to protect your interest. When discussing these different, dynamics, it shouldn't work with you. It shouldn't work with you. But we'll handle that. I guess 2023 has just begun, and we're going to have a lot of these different discussions, as we go to the general elections. We're going to have a lot of these different things. And this is not the first time, I guess, the president is not actually moved by this, if he's already aware about this moment, because we have seen several betrayals. We've seen a lot of people to leave the circle of the president, a lot of them, people who were ministers, just during the first announcement, the president made the first appointments, people who were minister proper. We're not just talking about assistant minister. No, we've seen that. We've seen a lot of them. We've seen people who actually, or had to be a part of the coalition, and later on they had to leave. We've seen that a lot. And I guess we should also brace ourselves, especially the supporters of the president, seditionists. They should brace themselves, because they're going to have a lot of these different revelations to be made, because you're going to have a lot more people. A lot more people will show themselves. A lot more people will present to you who exactly they are when it comes to a moment that is way more tense, when it comes to a moment where people are thinking that this is not going to happen or that is not going to happen. But you just have to stick together, because you're going to have a lot of these people. They are wicked. Trust me. Because if you're going to tell someone that you're an ingrate, I think this ad shows how that person is so wicked. We'll graduate from being an ingrate, but the person is way more wicked. We're going to have a lot more to actually be revealed to all of you out there. So don't be surprised. Don't be at a point you can be disappointed. Don't be surprised. And don't be discouraged, because just get ready. We have just few months to the general elections, and you're going to have a lot more people you think, they are with you in the fight. A lot more people you think are, they're definitely working as you are to make sure the president is reelected. You're going to have a lot more of them, and they will leave. But it still doesn't change the fact that you're supposed to stay strong. Exactly.
You right there. Let's take this quick break to be right back on 87.9.
Grateful to the chairperson who has said he takes seize of this matter, because we have dossier of information. Dossier of information. I've read through as Secretary General of the party, in collaboration with the BKS intelligence officer, the youth chairperson. I've furnished our offices with a plethora of information. And that's why we want you to be forward. Chairman, party remains supreme. We take heed without disobeying.
Okay, we'll leave you right there. Let's go and take a few calls. Well, by the time we are done taking these calls, we will transition into our next line of conversation. But let us say this, and let it be clear to our people that when we gather information relative to too many things, especially with this process, it is our job. It is our job to say it. And if there is otherwise, then we'll make some adjustments. But one thing we can never do on this platform, is to see something and leave it up. No, we're not trying. But call us. Let's have your input. While Abraham Kamara can try to bring our guests in, call us and let's have your input on the conversation. We just hope it is not true. But what we've gathered from our sources are things that we know. We are things that we know. We just hope it is not true, because a loyal follower of an individual should be loyal. That person should have no bearings with anything that is outside. I mean, how do the other people trust you? I mean, it is not possible. And I see some ministers doing that. Some ministers are doing that. I would remember you, president, man. The president made you minister, then you're brave enough. I leave beat a Cooper crowd. Show yourself, then the man will not say, "Oh, the man not for me." But you in the man government, and at the same time you're undermining, the system. Even the new government you want to bring to power. If that new government comes to power, you're not going to be a good Liberian, because you're going to do the same thing. You will underperform, and when the time is coming closer, you find means again, find another person. That is not a decent thing to do. But let's take a few calls on it. But then we'll wrap up and take our guests. We're going to take a few calls and take our guests. The numbers are 086 500 104 0776 104 104 are the numbers to join the conversation. Let's take the first person on the line. Go ahead. Let's hear you. 1 minute. Okay, we missed out on that person. Go ahead quickly. 1 minute.
Thank you, guys, and thanks for the opportunity. This is the voice of Thomas N. Sabo, and I'm fully my capacity as the President Propaganda Secretary for District 2 UV.
1 minute, my man.
Okay. For me, I'm not surprised. And this only make all guys exuberated more. The moment I hear that name, know the person, when I tell we see this that we are already on the winning side because there's some losers there who just ought to show themselves so we'll know that not everybody will go heaven. So people that about cheering, it was shocking to see a man about cheer doing that because about cheer of all person, you can't take you come from say not even pay the money you start voter in district number 2. You get about 41,000 district 2 get about 69,000. You done it, you coming on a man, you over people, we over senator from most of it. You can post that we're not capable of putting such Joseph protein, or you think we're not able, or you think because you blessed.
We leave you, we take the other person. 1 minute, go ahead. Let's take this other person. Oh my God, the caller slipped off. Let's take this other one. What is the name? Where you join us from? Go ahead, sir, quickly. Hello?
Yeah, this is Isaac Hussein. I join you from Togo Community, son of Kilke.
1 minute, Chief.
Yeah, firstly, I want to say happy birthday to my mommy this time. And then, some of us, we are not surprised. When we are coaching the war that we will go after those government officials, I want to see the downfall of this government. Some people see it to be bad, but it's not a bad thing. You cannot be somewhere somebody is feeding you, giving you shelter. At the same time, you are undermining that person, carrying putting names from one place to another. It's not a good thing. We don't even know if this car is the only thing they have been given to the United Party, peanut butter in the party. Or they have been taking the country money to them, we don't know. But it's car that brought it is straight out today. So we are focusing on the car today. So I would like to call on every citizen where New Liberians that support this government to not even vote this man if he's seeking for a re-election in his country or his district.
We leave you right there. We leave you. Let's take this other person. Go ahead. One minute. What's your name? Go ahead, Chief. 1 minute.
Yeah, kind.
Let's hear you, Chief.
My brother, how you doing? Elasa, how you doing, my sister?
We're great.
My name is Maurice Kumar, the Chief of Operation National Response Defense Team, Alapopo Defender.
Go ahead.
I'm doing now for my resident George Market Day.
Go ahead.
Okay, there's a reason why always time you can hear the guy tell you that Jovia is one-time president. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, you pass, what especially you UP guys. They still will be telling you, Jovia is one-time president. They know people insistent, supporting them. And a lot of people to hear about change name into the kind of issue. You understand me? There's a reason why this about chair place. He will never allow you to enter his fence. He will never allow you to enter his fence. That's not the first time, not the second time, not the third time. We have been to that man's place to go and see him. He did not order to see us.
Okay. That is not that.
It's not order. That's better. He want to see any president. So for me, I call on the radio as a public CQ because as far as I'm concerned, I'm the chair for operation for the national responsibility and our people. As far as I'm concerned, anybody that go against us, they should be for you. Thank you for the opportunity.
We leave you. Let's take the person. Go ahead. 1 minute.
Hey, you can.
Quickly, let's hear you.
William W. Defender.
Go ahead.
And I join you for Carwell. Let me just tell you, USA, Eliza, for ingrate to be ungrateful. Even God has created us. If God gave you life to see the day, saying thank you. Protein. Yeah, my.
Go ahead. We lost you there. Let's take this person. Hello, 1 minute.
Okay, hello, okay. How you doing?
We are great. Let's hear you.
Let me say hi to Alexa there. This is Marcy, the female general on the line. Okay, let me say this to the Senate Protein. In that street, okay. Don't say what for the name, the appropriate time. This man, the Senate Protein, he was caught the last time in his own voice. He get that was $40,000 to pay his full washer. That was going against all the sudden before he fought in the country. That man was on darkness and get that man money. But after 4 months, man came back. So he's sorting. At the same time, he came back and said, I don't want to pay your full washer. He's sorting me. And the man challenged and said, no, you give me money. That's what you give me the money for. That person was sorting. I say that. So they make it a person or so, and I say, but the man tell that man for to my kid. He says to the sedition. But we know lots of you never made. And not straight to office, we are getting job and getting that position. And you say you will pay back and we are evil. He's a big whisper, man. He's a broad day whisper. Familiar man, you should have said, whoever is calling, my man wanting the diamond to keep us that we are. So with 30% we is nothing to us. This is my city. That man you call your Senate protest, we're the people of Liberia. He's not there for us. So we'll all citizen us and that you will protest. And give them the
we leave you right there. We leave you. Nobody protesting in the country. Let's leave you and take the other person. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. 1 minute, no time. We gotta take our guest. Go ahead, Ruben.
You see, this section will come bull, and that's for the officers for all we serve. President Weah should be fight-fighter in doing, in removing people from power that are not in the interest, that are not any working in the interest of the government. This is not the first time. The first time did it before, and he was destroyed by the law. And the information when you brought it out yesterday, I told somebody, I said this man will be involved into this particular eye. But I think it's just another eye opening. There will be distraction in the whole process. There will be people who will be leaving the process, who are the institution, because they are all undermined their section. And that's why even those who need to be institution and are in government, I think they need to open their eyes because they themselves have their own problem with the partisan, and it's time for them to get into the trenches, join us, and we have been going, so that at least we are that made this party to make this government where we are, so that we can move on. But the movement, we have a challenge, and this challenge we all have to fight it together. The second, for this protest, I think it is very dangerous, and this investigation, if it is true, I think we should be taken before we go for election.
Will you right there? Let's take the last four callers. The last four callers will be taken. Then we call your day. 1 minute. This person, go ahead.
Good evening. Okay.
Good evening, Chief.
Yeah, there is Melvin Smith, Chairman of United Citizens.
Go ahead, Melvin.
Yeah, thank you so kindly for your deliberation and all of the exposures of those that are made to the government. But God is God that cannot sleep. Thank God that we have few months for the election and they are coming out and God is.
Okay, they are coming out. If we take this other person, 1 minute, go ahead.
Hello, okay.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay, I thank you. Don't call me on the man or return to the president friend. Maybe the way I will talk.
No, then you gotta control how you talk. Then you gotta control how you talk.
Thank you. Okay, please. I want to take my own time to talk because I honor Jay, please. Okay, I want to tell you about that man. Okay, the way you talk it. Don't say a lie. That's truth. Not the same. In my own person in that man's office. That did not wait in that man's office. More than 50 times.
No, but
missing.
What?
That way.
Okay.
That way. An office star that he get in that office. In my person. That thing was cast the justice person and we are. That's what I tell you.
Where you go do there? Where did you go to do there?
You know the people that men on my land from Grand Crew brothers. I went there because after they invited the Grand Crew people, I went there. That man cast the jump, that man officer cast the jump as we are starting a year in me. We don't play with them. We don't play with them. All the efforts you can find. You can see that in that man officer there and not the in that man officer that man. And some big opposition. What does that we are there? That two great cool brothers. They don't want to kill you.
We leave you right there. Let's take the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute.
Okay.
1 minute, no time.
This is my representative from this national reporting.
Quickly.
Yeah, I want to tell you this after the topic. You know Oliver Khan, you know the Bible says? The Bible says your worst enemy is your hustle. I'm here, but they're ready for the sea, country for the sea town. So the other here today, saying that we are with God, we are with just other here. They make another in the document, the best leader, they make up as a right to say. There will be shit to bless. The Bible says anybody that and now that working finance. He didn't want to talk about all the money, and I started for a while, man, but you were all smart, that's another person. We are sober, you get a bad person, and then listen to him. All minister, so our opposition, when you say saying nothing. But all of them are the opposite we are. One day, they find a result. Thank you.
Okay, we'll take the last two persons, the last two, then we'll call it a day. The last two individuals will join the conversation and we close up on it. Yeah, then we'll close up on it and come back to take our second batch of guests. Let's take this question. Go ahead. 1 minute.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, man. Thank you for the opportunity. This is Eddie P from Chicken Party, member of the Respond and Defense team.
Second to the last.
Yeah, okay, you know, anything you do to President William, God will expose you. It is time for our children to be exposed. The message said, we know the guys, let it do it. They are getting reward. The reason that you think that you're doing that deal go to Joseph Batek, if you feel that Joseph Batek can give President William, it will be in a dreamland, Mr. Abaji. But what I can tell you, what you are doing today, we match you. It will come a time. You will need us, Abaji. You will need us. And at the time we say, yo, do what you can do. You like it, you go buy another vehicle, you go to them. Thank God you are already been exposed. But one good thing I tell you, we all listen to the radio, the authority. Thank you for the opportunity.
The last person, you're the last caller. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Can I remain Peter McCauley? They say last basketball. The political office of the national response.
Wait, man, no time for all that dinner.
Thank you. You see, this government, some of we continuously to vote President we are because for the kinds of development in carry on in this country. Or you cannot have a Nicodemus be in the midst of us and we be, be sitting, we as our electors that want to vote President we are, they will have people who dare to scatter our operation. Look, we all before for you guys that our Tupache, he have Senator Dillon with $20,000 United States dollars.
Now
journalists, bro. If we got some more, yeah. Okay. But we got to get the information. So now again, another information coming. That'll be weird. President, we need to put his feet down because 2 ministers were sacked for a hands. One was Samuel Wozi and Eugene Falcon. Eugene Falcon they did this in art. Then one they can leave, then other people cannot leave. So they were hearing from a Thursday report that somebody called and said, Johnson minister said, the Attorney General of this country cannot make any effort. You keep it somebody who want to water and swallow for power water in this country. You are here, you all those new, but the president is not taking no action.
Thank you. We take this elder man, he's the last. Go ahead, Pop. Quickly, you're the last person.
Thank you, okay. You see, Bible says this, that anything that walking in the darkness, one day will come to light. If people are coming, bringing themselves to the light, you will see them and you will see more. May God bless you.
We'll leave you right there. We'll take this quick break. When we come back, we take our guests from the Miss F pageantry. Let's take our guests to be right back.
There are crowds in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands, call the right authority. But they can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human target, I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. I'm a part of report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper. Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self, Omen Sam Saya.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's come in for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop in crime for all of us. It's about music. There are crowds in many places, in every community, you know. You can see. So if you see crime, you don't report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. That it can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a you must target, I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. I'm a part of report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it now for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center.
Would like to say welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9 FM. Welcome to the second segment, and we have a team of beautiful young ladies in studio, and they're from the Miss Earth Liberia Beauty Pageant. So we're going to be discussing some of their ambitions and exactly what they stand to do, just in case they're crowned Miss Earth Liberia. So we have 6 beautiful ladies, but for the first, we're going to have 3 in studio. Can we have them, please? Good afternoon or good evening. How are you? Okay. We're still trying to get that. Can you say something again? Maybe, but please adjust that. Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, that's great. How are you?
I'm fine. And you?
I'm okay. Thank you. You look amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
So we have a few minutes to be here, and I guess there are a lot of things you guys have to talk about, especially with the what exactly do you stand to benefit from Miss Earth Liberia, and why do you want to be crowned Miss Earth Liberia? We'd also like to know your different platforms you're presenting as beauty queens, and we'd like to know how important this is for you. So we'd like to start with introduction because we have a lot of people listening. We have a lot of people watching as well. Who can start with anyone?
Okay. I'm Miss Priscilla Queen Krabby, and I'm the goddess of stars.
Goddess of stars, Priscilla.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice to have you in studio.
Thank you. Good evening, and thank you for having us here. I am Sarafina Geraldine Scott, and I'm the goddess of fire, a student at the African Methodist Episcopal University. I'm reading public administration and management. Thank you.
Okay, goddess of fire.
Good evening again. I am Miss Veronica Madu, the goddess of rainbow.
Okay, so we have the goddess of stars, we have the goddess of fire, and we have the goddess of rainbow in studio with us right now. So we're going to go straight into why you're here. What exactly is Miss Earth? I mean, we've had several different editions, I guess, and I remember clearly I've also hosted some of the beauty queens from Miss Earth Liberia. So I'd like to know how different is this edition of Miss Earth Liberia?
Yes. So Miss Earth Liberia is not like ordinary pageant. Like Miss Earth Liberia focus on educating women, young ladies more than the other side. So Miss Earth is not just about being a beauty queen. It helps you to be outspoken. It helps you to, know about your environment.
Okay, that was the goddess of rainbow, and we'll go to you, goddess of fire.
Yeah, when it comes to Miss Earth, what I love about Miss Earth is the fact that they build their platform on non-political, non-religion. It's just free way to give girls the opportunity to be able to serve humanity, give them a bigger platform to showcase their talents and to be who they want to be, other than just being home and not doing anything, but rather you come and then it's not about the beauty or the modeling, but also how eloquent you are and how you can stand up for yourself and be able to defend who you are.
Goddess of stars.
Okay, Miss Earth Liberia is not just the biggest pageantry, but they represent. Miss Earth Liberia empower young ladies, and then it helps you to know more about your environment.
You guys keep talking about the environment, and we've had, I guess, a couple of different beauty pageants. I think they had one about climate change, they had one about this, they had one about that, and now we're discussing Miss Earth, where all of you actually represent different elements. You have stars, you have fire, you have rainbow. So I would like to start with Veronica McGill. You are the goddess of rainbow.
Yes.
Why do you want to be crowned the next Miss Earth Liberia?
Well, thank you for that beautiful question. I want to be crowned the next Miss Earth Liberia because I want to give opportunity to other young ladies. I want to be someone that people will look up to. I just, I want to be someone that will be able to stand up for my country.
So what? Go ahead.
What should be done? What we're supposed to do that will not affect our environment, like plastic pollution, all of that. So I want to talk, to be able to stand up for other people that don't have the voice to talk.
So what is your specific platform you have? Because I guess every beauty queen has a platform. Like you have maybe several different things that you want to achieve just in case you're crowned the queen. So what are what are the different things on your platform?
Well, I will focus on plastic pollution because nowadays plastic pollution is one of the worst problem in our country right now. So I will focus mostly on plastic pollution and forest preservation.
Those two things are a lot, but we'll get back to you. So we'll go to the goddess of fire. Why do you want to become Miss Earth Liberia, and what do you have on your platform?
Thank you for that beautiful question. I want to be crowned the next Miss Earth Liberia. First, because of my confidence and I'm capable of becoming the next queen. And secondly, is the fact that I will have a bigger platform to be able to serve humanity and as the goddess of fire to create more awareness about fire. And what I plan on achieving as Miss Earth Liberia is the collaboration to be able to speak out, especially when it comes to fire outbreak in Liberia, where we have candles, mosquito coil always causing fire within our communities, rather than I will come forward with that platform and then make sure we take all those things that causes fire away and make sure that chargeable lights and solar panel are available for the poorest. So with that, I think we can limit the fire outbreak in Liberia. That would be my advocacy.
Okay, that's a lot as well. Goddess of stars, why do you want to be crowned Miss Earth Liberia?
Thank you. Okay, I want to be crowned Miss Earth Liberia to serve humanity and then to stand up for young ladies, to tell them that whatsoever they plan on doing, they can achieve. And my platform will focus on burning of waste.
Yeah. we have different agencies of government in Liberia, and those different agencies we have, they're basically responsible for all of these different things you're talking about. Like we have the EPA, we have the disaster management agency as well for some of the different issues people have faced. We will also have fire service, and all of you and all of the things you just said, they're basically in the purview of those different agencies we have of government. So now, like to know, these are basically one of the biggest manifestos, because you just can't handle all of these things on your own. You talk about plastic pollution, you talk about the forest, and fire stuff, and all of those different things you just talked about. So how do you intend to actually achieve this? I will start with you first. Your platform, you talked about plastic pollution, to actually work on that and maybe minimize or end it. So how do you really want to do that?
Well, Miss Earth Liberia, the winner of Miss Earth Liberia, is going to work with EPA.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to work with them on creating awareness or educating people that they shouldn't just throw plastic all over, and we should, produce more recycling material like plastic that can be reused. So I'm going to work with the EPA in achieving that.
Okay, Goddess of Fire.
Yeah. At first, when I was given this element as mine to be able to talk about it, before I could even start with my presentation that I was preparing, I went to the fire service, the National Fire Service headquarters on Newport Street, where I acquired some of this information and asked them what are some of the things that causes fire mostly, and that was how they told me that it based on candle, mosquito coil, and other stuff. So once I was able to go to them and acquire this knowledge, I feel like when I am the queen of Miss Earth, I will work in line with them. And then once I'm working in line with them, they can help me for my voice to reach higher as the president or whosoever, so they will be able to help within the process. So my focus is going to be on them, and I'm going to work with them. That's how I plan to achieve that.
Okay, Goddess of Stars, same question. How do you intend to implement all of the different things you have on your platform?
Okay. When I'm crowned Miss Earth Liberia, I'm going to work along with the EPA. So instead of burning waste, we can use a well-secure trash bin for trash collection services. We have people going in the communities collecting dirt. So instead of burning them, I will go around, share trash bin that they can put that dirt in, and then the trash collection services can get them.
You've been with Miss Earth for, I guess, a few months now, right?
Yeah.
So how has this actually changed a part of your life? Before going to Miss Earth, I guess you all were different people.
Yeah.
Like you had a whole different life, and you had a couple of different things you were involved with. And now you're part of Miss Earth. And you said Miss Earth is like not just the biggest, but it is prestigious, and it is quite different from all of the different pageants we have.
Sure.
So how has this platform changed your life so far?
Yeah. So Miss Earth Liberia, like I stated earlier, Miss Earth Liberia is a pageant that focus more on the environment. And as someone who just needs to walk anywhere and just drink water and trap the plastic, but now I can't do that anymore. I even talk to people, like I talk to my friends, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't burn your dead, you shouldn't trap the plastic in the street. So Miss Earth Liberia has, also helped me to be outspoken, because I was kind of shy.
Okay.
Yeah, but now I'm improving. Like it's a learning process. I'm learning every day.
Well, that's a great one. I think I'll also join the pageant maybe next year.
Thank you. That would be great. Miss Earth has impacted a lot. Like it has played a crucial role in my life. Firstly, when it comes to being on time, it makes you to be active for attendance. Makes Earth also work on your behavior. It's not about the pageant, but it makes you to be well behaved, because every single thing you do on practice ground is taken down as a record. So it goes with good attitude, and it makes me to be kind of patient, not to want to pick up anything someone say to me, because once you are a part of Miss Earth, it makes you to be a public figure already. Exactly. So a lot of people come at you, throw stuff at you. At first, I will pick them up, but Miss Earth has put me at a certain level that I feel like I don't have to reply certain people, because where I am, once I'm in Miss Earth, I have reached the top already. So I've built a lot of stuff with me. Thank you.
Goddess of Stars.
Yeah, Miss Earth Liberia has impacted my life a lot. Yeah, it has boosted my self-confidence, and I'm very time conscious. I'm a shy person, but for now I can stand and talk anywhere. I'm outspoken now. Yeah.
You just get ready next day. Maybe it's the one winning nothing. I come in win all the things you can be winning. Okay. So we'll go strictly to when is that? I guess you guys are done with the official launch, right?
Yes.
Am I right about that? So
Yeah.
when is the next events you have?
June
Just your sequence.
24.
Would that be the final or
The final.
Yes.
Wow.
The grand finale.
Grand finale. So before we go to what exactly we have to expect from all of you, I would like to know, what if you're not crowned Miss Earth Liberia? Will you continue? Because you say plenty of things here. And I know in Liberia, whenever we want to achieve something or whenever we want something, definitely we have to put our best and we have to present ourselves as people who are going to do this, people who are going to do that. At the end of the day, just in case we don't win, we definitely, redirect our energies to something else, and we're not going to continue with exactly what we've said. So what if, God forbid, because I know all of you won't win, God forbid, but what if you don't win? What exactly are you going to do? Are you going to continue with the fight of plastic pollution and all of the different things you're talking about, the environment?
Of course, I'm going to continue because since I entered Miss Earth, it's not just about the crown anymore. It's about the environment.
So you know when the crown
it's about I need the crown,
Okay.
but I'm saying if I'm not crown Miss Earth Liberia, I'm still going to go after what I want. Cause if you want something, don't just go for it because you want it, but go for it because other people there are depending on you. So if I don't win Miss Earth, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to go and keep mobilizing, talking to people, create awareness, talk to people while they're shooting, because it's about our health. It's not just about me getting a crown. It's about my health. It's about us living in a safe environment. So I'm going to continue.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm also going to continue because when it comes to Miss Earth right now, it's not about the car or the price that the crown comes with. It's also a responsibility that we are all, impact on this journey to accomplish. So I will stick with the current queen, which one of us will be lucky at that moment, and then work with them. And also, before I enter Miss Earth, working with Black Queen Entertainment has been one of my biggest dreams. So not being crowned Miss Earth Liberia, but working with Miss Wakito, she can also help me to stick on what I want to do by creating this awareness and going to fire service. With her help, I can be able to reach that far. So I'm gonna stick to it.
Okay. Goddess of Stars.
Yeah. Also, I'm going to, continue.
Just telling me continue.
Continue what I'm doing because
question.
Yeah, because serving humanity has been my dream. So I'm going to stick with it. Even though if I don't win a crown, I'm going to stick with it to serve humanity. That's one of my dreams.
So one big question, because we already have 3 more beautiful ladies awaiting us out there. I guess they're impatient right now because they want to be here as well, presenting their different platforms to the public. So who is your biggest contender amongst all of the beautiful ladies you have?
Nobody.
You sure?
Yes.
Nobody.
Because I believe in myself.
Okay. But this is a competition.
I know this is a
going to.
competition, but yeah, everybody is a threat. That's why I'm saying nobody, because I know that I will give it my all. I'm going to give it my best.
Okay. So, Lavina, you get any contender or you said nobody?
You see, at this point, everyone came here to accomplish one goal, and that goal is Miss Earth. So at first, I felt like, even though 50% of me feel like I don't have, but at the end of the day, everyone's gonna give it their best that day. We're gonna make it so difficult for the judges that they're gonna be thinking otherwise who to make the next queen. So I feel like right now, 50%, yeah. So all of them. Because right now everybody's coming with their own.
Here to attend our show because I want to see
Yeah.
Yeah. Who is your biggest contender you don't have?
Okay. Everyone is a threat because it is competitive. Yeah, everybody is in it to win it, but I believe in myself.
Okay, so you have the final to be June. When is it?
June 24.
So what do we expect exactly? What do we expect from you?
More fire. Expect a creativity because Miss Earth this time around, that thing is based on fauna. And trust me, we're coming out with different animals.
Wow.
And we are dressing like the animals, so it's gonna be a lot. So
Viewers out there, please don't miss this other edition. It's gonna be very hard.
So in terms of the price for tickets, the venue, how can a person purchase a ticket if I want to attend the event? So where do I get tickets from?
The tickets are placed to certain location like Rehab, Connex, and Party Zone, and also
Connex, Rehab,
Hub.
So what are the different prices?
The ordinary is $30, VIP is $75 USD.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I
and
guess
it will be held at the Ministerial Complex.
Okay, so 24th June Ministerial Complex, and we have different prices, so you can go to all of the different locations it just named. And I guess the second batch of coins will also tell you where to get them, just to remind you. So we're gonna open the phone lines. I don't know if we should. Yeah, let's see. We're gonna have the second batch of coins in. Please, I'm so sorry. I guess I'm not going to be fair. And then when they get here, we're going to have the callers to call in because we have a few minutes to go, or else I will be flogged by management. But it has been nice having you, and I guess you guys will get back in studio after the next batch of coins. Get here for the questionings as well. But it has been a great time having all of you, the goddess of stars, goddess of fire, and the goddess of let me make sure rainbow.
Yeah.
Wow. Goddess of rainbow. And it's so unfortunate I did not really get to know anything about the different elements you have. Stars. But I guess we'll have a lot of beautiful outfits that day. I guess we're going to have a lot of beautiful performances from all of you, and it is going to be amazing, actually.
Sure.
Yeah. So we're with I guess three more coins. Fine. So you guys can just wait around, and then we have the goddess of light. Wow.
Okay.
Goddess
Thank
of
you.
light. You're welcome. Goddess of light, please. Sid, we need more light right now. Sid.
Of course.
And we have the goddess of water and the goddess of time. Okay. So we're almost out of time here, as much as goddess of time just stepped in. We still have to go. So good evening to all of you.
Good evening, Alexa.
Oh, that's nice. How you got my name? Introduction quick, no time. We start with anyone.
I'm Princess Koudolo, a graduate of the Adventist University of West Africa. And for the 5th edition of Miss F Liberia, I'm appearing for the element light, the unique element.
Okay, light. I hope not LEC let you bring it to us, but it's amazing to have you. Okay.
Greetings, everyone. I am Miss Rejoice E. Hunter, a student of the United Methodist University, where I'm studying information technology. Thank you.
Goddess of time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, next.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Ms. James Etta Pearl Wokwe, a student of the African Methodist Episcopal University, where I'm reading accounting major and economics minor. And for this year, Miss Earth Liberia, I'm the goddess of water.
Okay, we'll go straight into the different questions. I would like to start with maybe some of the last questions I asked. Why do you want to be crowned Miss Earth Liberia, goddess of light? To start with you.
Thank you. I think every girl has a dream that they so desire to accomplish, and see Miss F Liberia as a platform that gives young ladies the opportunity to showcase their talent and bring out all of the hidden talents in you. I've decided to take on this journey to be crowned the next Miss F Liberia to serve, because I believe being Miss F Liberia comes with a responsibility, and as a person who take responsibility seriously, I plan to use this platform to make a greater impact on my society.
Well, okay, goddess of time. Why do you want to be crowned Miss Earth Liberia?
I want to be crowned Miss Earth Liberia because I am intelligent. I am a person who is willing to do everything, and a woman who is willing to impact young women.
Okay. Why do you want to be crowned Miss Earth, goddess of water?
As a daughter of the earth, I want to be crowned Miss Earth Liberia 2023 because I want to use this platform to raise awareness on water pollution, because we are facing a lot of problems when it comes to water pollution. Sicknesses are spread through water. And we as country and as individual, I want to use this platform to raise awareness on water pollution.
So I'd like to know the different things you have on your platform individually. what do you have on your platform? Goddess of Light. We have a lot of challenges in Liberia when it comes to light. So you're gonna
Yeah.
reduce that to just electricity and stuff like that.
No, no,
Okay. So tell us
absolutely.
more about it.
For me, it's more of gender discrimination. In a broader manner, is menstrual hygiene management, because a lot of time people discriminate women from taking part into certain activities because they feel that when they are on their menstrual, when they are at that period of the time of the month, they should not be engaged into certain activities because they consider that process unclean process. So I've decided to create more awareness on menstrual hygiene management and advocating for reusable pads.
Menstrual hygiene
management,
management,
right?
reusable pad. Okay. So let's hear exactly what you have on your platform. What are the different things you think you're going to do?
On my platform, I have and I'll work on water pollution because we need to make our water clean, and I'll organize a team that will work with other EPA, other organizations to do that better.
Water pollution is something that is really huge, and
Yeah.
when you start, even the government agencies we have, they've actually tried over the period, yet they still have a couple of different challenges. So I'd like to know, before coming to Miss Earth Liberia, did you actually have something like that, like the passion for actually advocating for, something where would be stabilized? Did you actually have that before coming to Miss Earth Liberia?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that because I was having that dream, and I fought hard to join Miss Earth, so I will get that opportunity to continue my dream.
Okay, so let's
Well,
have what
as the
you.
goddess of water,
Mhm.
my advocacy will focus mainly on water pollution and sand mining.
Mm.
Yes.
You know that
Simply-
people ain't talking you.
I know. Because, like I said, sicknesses are spread through water. And I will work with EPA, the government of Liberia, and all our local agencies to ensure that our water are like taken care of properly. And I'll also work with all our local mineral water companies to ensure that our water are well preserved and clean.
Well, okay, so I'm sorry, I'm not going to. Maybe I might not ask all of the different questions I asked the previous queens due to
Okay.
time, but I'd like to know, how has Miss Earth Liberia actually changed your life? Before coming to Miss Earth Liberia, I guess you had different things you were actually involved with, and now you're
Right.
here. So how has it changed your life?
First and foremost, it has boosted my level of self-confidence.
Mhm.
So this is something I've been into, public engagement. I speak to people a lot of time, but sometimes you notice that you have stage fright. But Miss Earth, it has built my network, expanded my network, and whenever you go out to meet people, you need to have an interactive conversation with them. So through all of those process, I've been able to overcome those challenges. So it has impacted my life in a more positive way.
Okay, we'll go to you, Goddess of Light. How has Miss Earth Liberia influenced your life for good?
Miss Earth Liberia has impacted my life. This organization has made me bold, and it even helped me talk to my friend freely. Because first, when I used to talk to my friends, I would be like trembling. When I really talking to my friends, I really talking about when I'm presenting in class. So it used to give me tough time. But now, a little bit freed.
Okay, so that's a good thing. I think it's a plus for you.
Yeah.
How has it
Well,
changed your life?
this pageant has impacted my life in a very positive way. It have introduced me to a lot of research, like seriously.
So you never used to do any research before coming to.
No, I used to do research,
Okay.
but Miss Earth Liberia and joke is highly academic. I can tell you for a fact.
Oh, really? Now you're making me scared because I wanted to go for next year, and now you're saying
No,
too-
you should not.
No, I scare
It
you.
makes a person stronger more.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's nothing to be afraid of.
Okay, so how Miss Earth is different from the rest of the different pageants we have? Because every day you see Miss Khaki, Miss Water Bottle, Miss Microphone, you get plenty of pageant. And every time we see all of these different pageants and we try to ask several questions. So how is Miss Earth Liberia quite different from the rest of the other pageants we have?
So yeah, thank you. There are a lot of pageants that incorporate young girls, preparing them for the grand coronation, but I've not seen a lot of them to enter into practice session where they will groom you, nurture you for the real day. So Miss F, it's not just about showcasing your beauty or the talent that you have. This is something that um, um advocate for environmental awareness, conservation, and social responsibilities. So it's just unique from other pageants. There are things that MSF can do that a lot of pageants we have around town do not do, especially when it comes to um, preserving your environment. Yeah.
Okay.
Miss Earth is, I can say, it's special
Very
because it even helping us to do everything together because we really need. I know about all pageant how they work, but Miss Earth Liberia is straightforward. When they say this, they mean it, and they help us a lot.
Goddess of Water, how different is Miss Earth from other pageants?
Well, Miss F Liberia is so unique. Like I said previously, Miss F Liberia is highly academic. Like every time we go for practice, you should know your presentation. Even if you don't know your presentation, you will kneel down. And that can encourage you. Yes, they will punish you if you don't know it. And that can encourage you to read more. Like other parties are not like that. People only focus on the crown and the prize that come with it. But Miss F Liberia is unique.
So what if you're not crowned Miss F Liberia? Are you going to continue your different advocacies or are you going to stop?
Of course. If that is if
Yes,
I'm not
if.
crowned Miss
God forbid,
Liberia,
if.
if I'm not crowned Miss Liberia, my passion or my advocacy will not just stop there. This is a dream that did not just come because of Miss Liberia. Is a kind of issue that have been bothering me for a while. So to prove to you that I will continue this advocacy, I've already started working with local menstrual health implementers in creating awareness for recycle and reusable sanitary pads. That is teach teens to fish. Just this gone menstrual hygiene day we celebrated with students and community members in Bomi County where we spoke more about menstrual health management. So if I do not win the crown, the advocacy will continue to work towards what we've dreamed about.
Rejoice? What if you don't win? Are you going to continue?
If I don't win Miss Earth, I will continue because I need to help my environment a lot. And at least I get the wisdom on environment. So I will continue my platform.
Okay. Are you going to continue Goddess of Water?
Yes, of course I will continue. Like I started my project even before Miss Earth Liberia. I work in my community. Like for me, I live around the water. I live around the ocean. So sometimes I gather people in the community. We go on the beach. We do some sweeping. So I will continue my platform.
Well, that's a good thing. So before we go to the phone lines, we have maybe 6 minutes to go, but we're going to borrow time. Yeah. If I'm flogged, I will get back to you guys just in case
Okay.
anyone wins.
All right.
So who is your biggest contender?
Well, for me,
They're looking at, real confident, courageous, and strong.
for
Who is your
me,
biggest?
this is a competition. So everyone.
Okay. I'll take that.
As for me, everybody is a threat because this is a competition and you should lose. You should be there except winner or loser. So everyone.
Okay. So who is your biggest?
Even though this is a competition, and I believe everyone comes with the energy they put in their time towards whatever they do. But at this point, I would say I do not have anyone. Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
I see no one as a threat.
No one, exactly no one.
No one.
Okay, no problem. So I guess we have to go to the phone lines. We have a couple of people who are already calling. I don't know if they're calling because of this or what, but yeah. So you can call us on 0776 104 104 0886 500 104 104 and talk to Miss Earth Liberia contestants. They have presented a lot more that I think based on national interest, people can get involved with that. So they also have their event 24th of June 2023 at Ministerial Complex, and I guess Yeah. So you tell me more about the June stuff. What do
Yeah,
we expect from
John.
you?
So for the theme for this edition is Me Love Fuana. So for June 24th, every single contestant gonna display the fauna that they are representing. So you have eagle, you have pangolins, you have tiger, leopard, you have
And for me, I'm Panda.
yeah. So each and
Panda.
every one gonna
Yeah.
display the fauna that they are representing. So you don't want to base it. It's a whole different creation this year.
We're going to be really unique this year.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll take hello. Okay, how are you? Yeah, talk to us. I'm having issue with the line, but go ahead.
It gave us a chance to go and talk to these wonderful and bright young ladies. I have a concern for them. You guys have been working with one another for a period of time. I think you guys have gotten used to one another. And from what I'm hearing, all of you guys' platform is very, very important. Now, I'd like to ask a question. If you don't win, will you carry all you guys are seeing here? So my question is, what if one of you guys are chosen to be the queen? The one that is chosen, will you be able to incorporate all your friends that can work together as a team and not just the way alone? Because if you read the Alexa, all of the points are well taken now. If we just choose one of these, all the others, I mean, therefore have problem. We need queens to serve. So that's my question. If you win, will you be able to incorporate your colleagues? That's my question. And the last one is, who do you guys look at as a role model? Because there was something that moved you to participate in such a program.
Right.
Thanks so much, Alexa. It's always a pleasure.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Prince Julie, and I'm calling from Newtown.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let me personally appreciate all of the women in the studio. They had a good vision, but we pray at the end, some of them will come out victoriously. And we pray that the sec they will be able to do their function at the just studio. We ask Almighty God to give them longevity of life to exceed their success. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So I would like you guys to respond to these concerns first. We have oh my god, we have like 2 minutes to go. I'm so sorry. Maybe before, I don't know if you have time, maybe you'll get back. So you listen to the 2 callers.
Yeah, if I got the first caller correctly, he spoke of incorporating others. If
Yeah. Are you guys going to work together just in case one person wins? Are you going to
it's a
get
team of inclusion. Once we have willingness among we are all united. So once we have the willingness of other contestants who want to work with the winning queen, it will be a big plus. We won't have any hinges along the way.
Well, okay. The other person also talked about who exactly do you look up to, because there are moments where you have your role models. So who do you look up to?
As a role model.
Yeah.
That would be unfair.
No. So let's actually narrow it down to pageantry. Who do you look up to?
I'm not saying this because we have her here or because she's the CEO.
I hope so.
No,
I hope so.
No, sincerely speaking,
Uh-huh.
Waki Dodo has Miss Waki
Before
Dodo has
Waki
been a
move where
model.
she go, and you tell me
No,
different
not that.
thing.
Not that. There are
Okay.
things that we see in her face and we go scot free. So
Okay.
I'm not saying that because she's here,
Mhm.
but she's a kind of person that she have actually motivated a lot of young people. She has gone worldwide. Make headlines that motivate a lot of young people to follow her footsteps. So I'm not saying it because she's present. No.
Okay, sorry guys, I wouldn't take any more calls. I'm sorry, it's already 6. But before we go, I'm asking management to give me just a minute or two. You always on practice ground.
Right.
Yeah, and you have to be there, because if you're not there, you'll be punished some kind of way, right?
Yeah.
So at a point, do you think the organizers favor a certain contestant that you think that would be a sabotage to a lot of you not winning the crown?
Honestly speaking, for me, I've not been able to see that.
We're not taking call,
since my
people.
journey with Miss F Liberia. All of the organizers have had a team of inclusion where they make everyone to feel free. They smile with everyone, have an open arms with everyone. So I've not been able to see it. If it happens, then it has been in the dark.
Well, okay.
For
So,
me too,
yeah.
From the time we started our practice, I haven't seen that. Like the organizer put us together, they talk to us, so no division. Like they taking the other contestant special, they taking the other contestant less special.
Well, okay. So we'd like to get your parting comments before we leave. We're like 6 already, so just go ahead and do it, and then we'll get our first coins to do that. So before you leave, exactly what would you like to say to your supporters? What exactly would you
So
like
to
to say?
everyone listening, Miss F Live World 5th edition, to have you a part of the top 5. The voting process is a very cardinal aspect of this whole process that is being done through the Tipney app.
Mhm.
So I'm encouraging all of my supporters, my fans, to continue that support through the Tipney app. Download the app, create your account, and keep voting the goddess of light. If you do not have the time, reach out to us through our mobile money or our official page, and then we talk about it and do the vote.
Okay.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What do you have to say to your supporters, please? We'll have one of the
I
coins here.
say June 24th is the final, and you have to be there to show me up. And please do not forget to vote for me on the Tip Me app, Goddess of Time.
Well, okay. So Sarafina, can you please be placed
Well,
right here?
June 24th is right here. So please don't forget Goddess of Water on the Tip Me app. Or you hadn't stay, you can still send your vote on my mobile money number. You can please follow me on Facebook, James Etta Prayer Wokwe, and you will see my mobile money number there. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So let's start with you. We don't have any time. What would you like to say? Is there anything we did not talk about that you guys want to talk about before we leave? Just shortly. If not, just tell us what you have to say to your fans before you leave.
Oh, well, I would like to thank everybody for listening, for
Mm-hmm.
supporting me. And I want to encourage you to keep voting for me. My code is 007.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to, tell everybody we should stop plastic pollution because it's affecting the environment. We can just, come on air and say we have to do it as an individual. Everybody can help to make us have a safe environment. So I want to thank everybody for listening, for supporting me. Thank you.
Well, okay.
Okay, it's the Goddess of Fire here. And on my Facebook page, I'm using Sarafina Jaredin Scott. And to keep voting for me, to enable me to be a part of the top 5 and also emerge as the Queen of Miss Earth Liberia 2023, you have to download it. Excuse me. You have to download the Tip Me app or deposit money into your account, go to events and event pass, and then click on Miss Earth Liberia, scroll down, and then click on Goddess of Fire, and then to keep voting for me. So thank you all who out there and still supporting me, who still keep voting to make me to reach this far. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
So I'm currently asking all of my supporters to please vote for me using the Tape Me app, the Goddess of Stars. My code is 009. And I want to thank you all for listening. Thank you for the calls. And to everyone, please stop the burning of waste because it damages our health and climate. Instead, we can use a well-secure trash bin for trash collection services. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to say thank you for listening. We had some of the beautiful coins from Miss Earth Liberia Beauty Pageant. And of course, they have the event for the 24th of June 2023 at the Ministerial Complex. Kindly go to Facebook and just check for Miss Earth Liberia and get all of the different information you need to know about the beauty pageant. We're going to be back here on Monday. Yeah, so this is exactly how we like to end the week, and we like to say Happy New Month again. I'm Princess Alexa Venture-Coley. Oliver Kine was right here with me as well. So do have yourselves a pleasant time.